Okay, so welcome everybody. This is Jack Hotman, and tonight we have a special guest, Fritz Torp, and we speak about also other topics what I think will really interest you. Some new features for the call portal and a tool some of you guys have seen, but most of you guys haven't seen, and that will change a lot of your personal success. I'm sure about that. So with that said, type in the chat bar if somebody don't know me yet. So then I can skip that part. So is anybody on the webinar tonight which haven't met me before? Okay. But I'm going to mute you, and until you are ready, I will unmute you. Okay. So my first time here is May. Okay. Hi May, how are you? So real quick, let me speak about. See if I can get. Are you guys seeing my presentation? So last time I forgot that. So okay, thanks. So my name is Jack Hotman. I'm 49 years old still. This month I turned 50, so I'm not looking forward to that, but that's another point. I manage more than 50 clients and have spent more than 1 million in Google AdWords. So my local clients trusted me 1 million or more, I know, but 1.1 I think, dollar to manage them, and in return I have to bring in about 5 million for them. So that's a little bit the conversion I'm looking for. And so I'm an internet marketing expert. When people ask, Jack, what are you doing? I always say I help local business make money, and I do that on several ways. But local AdWords I really specialized in. We also had Fritz on the line, and I will unmute Fritz now. Fritz, do you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Fritz. So you can introduce yourself, Fritz. I think you have been now a couple of times on my webinar, and we work on a couple of projects together. And Fritz is really in local marketing. He has worked with more than 100 clients in almost any niche. And the thing what I really like from Fritz is he took the time, energy and money to find out which niches works for pay-per-call business. So he learned, you know, the hard time, but the bottom line, he make money with it, and now he focused only on those successful niches. So with that said, I think Fritz, I can ask if there are any questions so far for us. Are there any questions for me about my background or Fritz's background? So I don't see any questions coming in, so that's, I think Fritz, they know us by now. So let me jump to the agenda. Okay. Since we have Fritz on the line, we want to discover 4 points, okay? How to get a new client, and we spoke last time with Fritz about, you know, that we will generate some hot client lead. And Fritz, I hear every sound what you make on the background, and I think people...
Okay, I'll quit eating a cookie. Go ahead.
Okay. So
my microphone's too sensitive.
Yeah. So so we did a role play last time, and I think that was well received, and we promised to do more, and we will do another one, Fritz, because Fritz is working hard on the background to get more hot clients. And once he got those responses, we will enter them in the portal so you can order those. And so we will do a role play tonight, another one, and then we also will, I will show you that you can upload a Whisper audio file, and I think that doesn't need to be in a question mark. And I will show you one more time how to enter multiple destination numbers. So that is when you generate the call, you want the highest chance that that call get connected. So I want to show you that one more time, where to set it up, this part, and then I show you, in my eyes, the best lead generator tool ever. So that is the agenda. So Fritz, with that said, I will put your screen back on. Tell a little bit what you're doing, what you have done the last week, and where you have focused on for lead generation, and I think that's a good introduction for the role play.
Yeah, I'm still working on new ways to get clients, and I talked to another guy today that he's pretty innovative, and of course he knows that I use pay-per-click and to get all my calls, and this particular guy uses Craigslist a lot, and he does okay in certain niches, but today he said that he has switched over to using texting to get new clients, and he didn't give me what text message he uses, but I asked him about where he gets his cell phone numbers, and he said, well, he scrapes lists like I do, and I don't know, he didn't say how he figures out the cell phone numbers from the non-cell phone numbers, but he did say that he's getting one new client per about 300 text messages sent out, and that's pretty good. In other words, and he said he gets one call from a new client for lead gen. These were specific text messages going out, of course, through Twilio. And
so if you speak about clients, Fritz, are you speaking about customers who use a local service, or do you speak about a client which needs more customers? Which type of client are you?
No. He's going after a new client for lead generation, like plumber.
Okay, so the company.
Company. Yeah, company.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been thinking about that for quite a while. I'm hooked up to Twilio, so I get pretty good rates for texting, and I've been thinking about doing it. So I'll probably try that now, just from what he told me, so that's the latest.
So which niches are you after? Have you worked on lately to get clients sign up?
Well, I've been working on the towing, mobile mechanics, and locksmiths, and
okay. So I think last week we did towing, correct, for the role
correct.
Play. So which niche do you want to role play tonight? The mobile mechanic or the locksmith?
I know the locksmith better, but I think there's more opportunity in the mobile mechanic. I don't know if you looked at that call sheet, but I started over the weekend. I put together 8 new campaigns for clients. I think, let me see, I'll give you the stats here in a second, because the niche the niche that you pick will determine to a certain degree how many calls you get. Of course, the city and the niche, but again, some niches will just get more calls than others because there's just more searches. So I wanted to give you the stats on it, and let me show you that, because it's real time. This just happened in the last 3 days. These are real stats that just happened since Sunday. So let me look at those real quick. Of course, I'm using Jack software, which is fantastic. So I'll tell you I'm not going to, show you everything, but it was 40, 1, 2, 3, mobile mechanic, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 towing and 4 mobile mechanic clients.
Clients.
And I mean, yeah, they were. These are clients that
since Sunday.
Well, I've been working on them for a while.
Okay.
I mean, but I just got around to setting up the campaign and getting the numbers in your software. I just, I've been busy with my launch and all that, so I got around to, and I spent all weekend setting up the whole, everything. Everything that I go over in my course, I kind of did for these myself. I had my my virtual assistant set up the sites, which, by the way, I've redone all the niches, the layouts for client getting and phone getting. So I've about got all those done and zipped up and downloaded. So I use the new, these are call getting layouts that I use. So I set all those up, or I had my VA set all those up, and there were 4 mobile mechanic sites and 4 towing sites. They were, I'm not going to tell you the cities or anything, but they were, let's see, they were, I think 2 were like medium to small cities, and there were 6 large cities. And these niches work in small and large cities, which is fantastic. Mobile mechanic, that's one good thing about mobile mechanic and towing. They work in all cities. So the stats are as of
Fritz,
right
I need to see my son for a minute. I come back. Okay. So I'm back in a minute. Okay.
All right. You want me to keep talking? I guess everybody can hear me. So the stats are overall 41 calls that these 8 clients have gotten, well, actually since yesterday, so in 2 days. And the towing ones always get more calls than the mobile mechanics, but one of the cities didn't get any, so that was really just 7 clients got 41 calls so far. So I suspect that by the end of the week I'll probably be at I don't know, probably close to 100 calls that these clients would have gotten from my pay-per-click campaigns, of course. So there's no reason. I think last week a lot of people had problems and questions about fulfillment. In these niches that I specialize in, fulfillment is actually the easiest part of all. In other words, getting the phone calls is the easiest part.
Fritz, can you put an example site in the chat box? I can show everybody how it looks like.
Yeah, hold on.
You use your own website, correct? Not another one?
Yeah.
Design?
Yeah, I use my own. Let me...
So I got a question. What did you say in your email? That is in Fritz's course. Fritz lays out. And actually, in the previous webinar, Kathy, we went through his email, what he's telling in his email. So if you want to look at that replay, we went pretty detailed.
Yeah, that was a client getting email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kathy, was that your question? Client getting email? Sorry if I misunderstood your question. Okay. So that was the client getting email. So that we went over Fritz's email last webinar.
Right. Yeah, that was the client getting email.
Okay. Can you put the URL in the chat box so I can share?
Oh yeah, let's see, where's the chat box? The one I use. Which one? The phone getting or the client getting one?
Yeah, just do both.
Okay.
So we go.
Yeah, because I just redid the layouts. I'll put in the I'll put in the towing one. Towing advertising.com, and let's see, that's one that I use to get clients.
Let's see, Fritz. I don't see your URL yet. Did you put it in?
Let me. Yeah.
Okay, I got your chat.
You got that one, and then I'll put the mobile mechanic one in.
See if I can scrape that. So we need the client getting and the fulfillment.
Okay, that's the yeah, that's the client getting one there. Now the phone, the one I use to get phone calls.
Okay. Let me change the screen. Probably you guys. Okay, it's coming up now. Correct. The towing. Are you guys seeing the towing?
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so that is what Fritz uses at the moment, and that is the client getting. So
yeah, because and the main difference, I use the same theme, of course, but I've been tweaking with them. You know, I mess around with the layouts all the time to try to get a better conversion, and this one, you know, basically you want people to call, so I try to put everything in here that would make a person call. You know, call me or fill the form out. But I've learned something with these scraped emails that I get. I told Jack that I was going to send some more scraped emails out, but I bought a list from a company that had all emails with it, and it doesn't seem to, the list doesn't seem to be working nearly as good as the emails I scraped myself from you know, software like Jack's or, you know, Yellow Page software or scraped emails. So
let's go over this website. So
okay.
So members understand what's so special on it. Okay. So what is special in it? So first he puts a phone number in the top. So the phone number is very obvious. Okay. Then he puts some reputation about, you know, that, you know, you build up trust, and you put some action to it, but what you want to achieve is send calls now. So tell me which phone number I should send you 3 free towing clients, and probably that is what people attract. And then he has this arrow pointing to that headline that more naturally gives an action to. So I want, because of this, I feel obligated to take action. Okay, Jack, it's really hard to hear you. Hear you better now, Kathy? I hope. Okay, much better. Okay, good. So sorry for that. So for a client getting website, Fritz has the most results that they enter the form. So you need a form, and this is Fritz's team. Okay, Fritz has from those 12 niches, he has a client getting version and a lead gen version. The lead gen is the client lead gen version, and he has a version of getting the clients. So I'm not here to sell his website, so you just ask me what he's using. So that is what Fritz is using, and you want to have those elements on it. Okay, Fritz, do you have also the
phone call one that
yeah, fulfillment?
I'll put one of the sites in that I just set up over the weekend.
Okay.
That got I think 6 or 7 calls.
Yeah,
right?
I saw in you sent actually Fritz is such a funny guy. People, he sent me a Skype message today, and he said, Jack, I have a good testimonial for you. So I was thinking, you know, Fritz, I can never have enough, you know. So then he sent me a picture, and he showed all his calls, what he had generated this week in Lead Tracker Jack.
Yeah, in the past 2 days.
Yes.
So I'll give you one of the sites that generated all these calls from my client. Let me see which one. Let me put this one in. At Atlanta Mobile Mechanic.org. Let's see, Atlanta Mobile Mechanic.
Mike asked in the meantime, how does Fritz generate those calls? He used specific keywords in Google AdWords, and he used specific cities to use his strategy, so that the click calls is still acceptable and affordable.
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, I've
So Fritz, do you write the copy for the landing page? Yes, but there's not much copy on it. So
no,
it's just some certain elements. So
yeah, there's testimonials.
If you have seen my Google AdWords OTO from Lead Dragon Jack, I go over a website, and people don't like to read. You need a good call to action, and in a fraction of seconds they will determine if they're going to use your service or not.
Yep, they sure were. They sure will.
Fritz, do you pay the clicks or the client? Fritz pays the clicks and the client pays Fritz for each call.
Right.
So let's say in his Excel sheet he has ballpark numbers, between 17 and 35 depending on the niche, and he makes sure that the clicks are cost much lesser than he gets for each call, of course.
I'll give a let me put a towing client one in here. This one did real well. Let's see, towing dash. And I've always said that the medium, the smaller cities always give me more calls, and it's true this time too. I mean, so here's Austin, Texas. Jack, you can show both of those. One's Atlanta Mobile Mechanic, one's a towing.
Okay, I think I got them
Austin.
now. Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's stay with towing so we don't mix up too much.
Okay.
So what is the difference, more or less? You see also here, in video or an image, and then you have a nice lady who's waiting for your call. So people who are in need for a service for towing, they are not going to send an email. They want to have a call right now. So you want that phone number very obvious, okay? And then hopefully they 24 hours, so every time when they land on the website, they are going to use your service. Some repetition, so you say, okay, this more than 70% of people who are checking out reviews. So you want to show off that I have a lot of reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still see my screen? I see something going flickering. Everybody sees still my screen?
Okay. Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So
this particular site has gotten like 6 or 7 client calls since yesterday. Right here, you're looking at it. So
yeah, and
Austin, Texas.
There's nothing special on this, That's my opinion, but it works, okay?
Yeah, they just want to see that you're real. You look like you're professional, and your local number. You always have to have a local number for sure. And it just says, call me. We're on our way. And that's the main thing in these niches. People don't want to wait. So you need to stress, and stretch the truth a little bit, how soon that your client can get there.
Okay.
That's what I stress, anyway.
Okay, so Fritz uses pay-per-click, and he uses
Right.
to to get calls generated from this website, and he sent emails to clients to have fill out this form, and then he called this back. So what we wanted last time, I think we went over towing, correct, as role play. So let's do tonight locksmith. Okay, Fritz, are you ready for that, or you want to prepare a little bit, or feel ready?
No, I'm fine.
So I'm the business owner. Okay, so I'm calling you. Oh no, you call me because I have submitted the form, and you call me to see if you can convert me to a client.
Okay.
Okay. So, hi Fritz, how are you doing?
Doing great. Is this Jack? And are you the owner of ABC Locksmith that filled a form out?
Yes, that's me. So I saw your form, you know, on your website. What is this?
Well, I specialize in generating clients for locksmiths nationwide. I've been very successful at it, and I'm offering a free trial for you to try a few calls from our service to see if you like the quality, and if you do, then we'll sit down and we'll talk about the price that you'll pay me for each call. If you don't get any calls, you won't pay me a dime. Does that sound fair to you?
So can you tell me a little bit why I should trust you? Or, you know, I got approached at so many companies like SEO, and, you know, I'm sick of it to try everybody out. Why are you different?
Well, I can certainly understand your frustration with SEO. There's nothing wrong with getting your site ranked organically or Google Maps, but when I had my own business, I always wanted new clients and new customers because that's how I built my business and put money in the bank. And if you're that type of business owner like me, then you and I are going to work very well together, because I'll guarantee you that if you work with me, you'll get 40 to 50 new calls per month, and the price will be reasonable. All I'm asking for you is just to give me a chance to give you a few calls, and I mean you'll get a few calls within the first or second day. So if I can do that for you, will you talk to me about setting up a monthly rate that you'll pay me, or a cost per call? Now, if that sounds fair to you, we can go forward. If it does not sound fair to you, then I'd rather not waste your time or mine, and I'll just wish you a nice day.
So I'm sure, like 40 new calls, you know, and clients. What is your price range?
Well, the price range in your particular city, because I see that you were in Austin, Texas, and I've already looked at my costs, and my costs are reasonable for your market, and that's a very good sign. In other words, I know that I can generate calls for you at a reasonable cost, and that I'll only have to charge you the minimum that I charge, which is $17 a call. So that's why I'm giving this offer to you, because I know that if I put money into your bank account, you're going to put money back in my bank account. So it's going to be kind of like a partnership where I'm going to build your business and make a profit, but you will always make a profit too. And that's the type of relationship I would like to start with my clients. And I only use one locksmith per city. So if we start this campaign and you're getting 40 to 50 calls a month and you're paying for them, I will not compete with other locksmiths for your market. If you ever want to quit, that's fine with me, but then I'll always have the option of sending those calls to one of your competitors. Does that sound fair to you?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Okay, so I'm going to email you a client sign-up form because I need to know the phone number that I'm going to direct the calls to, because I record all the calls, so that way you know you're only paying for good calls. Then I need the hours of the day that you were able to answer calls. I don't want to send you calls in the middle of the night if you don't take them. But if you do take them, that's fine also. And more importantly, I need to know the exact territory that you will accept calls in, because I don't want to send you calls too far away. So I'm going to email you this form. It'll have the areas that you want to take calls in, the times you want to take calls, and the phone number you want the calls to go to. And once I receive that, I will get started with the campaign. We'll get you some calls, and then after a few calls, I'll call you up, and we'll get started getting you probably 2 or 3 calls a day. Does that sound fair to you?
Yep. Yep, we can start. We can try out.
Great. Let's get started.
Okay. Thank you so much, Fritz.
That's it.
So, what you guys have a question? I didn't see question during the role play. So, Fritz, how can you generate photos in a month and why? So, Fritz is targeting certain niches in certain cities and using pay-per-click. Okay. He sounded make it pretty easy. I didn't make Fritz that easy, I think. I didn't say right away I wanted. So I think I think Fritz was able to overcome the objection.
Yeah, I mean, if I would have asked for your credit card number, that could be an objection. And, you know, some people will give it to you and some won't.
So how can Fritz guarantee 40-50 calls a month? If you bought his course, you will learn that too.
Yep. And I mean, I could show you the screen of the calls that are coming in, and
yeah,
and you can look at those numbers, and
you sent it me over actually, but I haven't prepared it.
And it's probably going to be about, you know, 50 calls for each one of those clients by the end of this month. So it just works. That's all. But you have to get your pay-per-click ad to number 1, 2, or 3. And in all these cities that I started, when I looked at the position of the ads, the higher the position of the ad, the more calls I was getting. They're all the positions, and I only used one ad for all these campaigns, by the way. I did it real quick. I only made one ad and then a mobile version of the ad. I didn't, you know, now I have quite a few keywords in there. You know, I put quite a big keyword list in, but I only put one ad in. I usually put 3 or 4 different ads and I track them against each other, but I was in a hurry, so I just did one ad, then a mobile version of it, and all of these cities, well, except maybe Brooklyn, New York is not getting calls, and I think because the area that I set up in the campaign was too small. I should have expanded the area more, but all the rest of them will get at least 50 calls by the end of this month. So
okay, so I got a lot of questions in. So
okay.
How can we learn about pay-per-click, resource list or links, and especially how to score well so we are at the top of the ad? So that is actually, you know, we want to focus first that you get a client, okay, and then you get the fulfillment, okay. Fritz and I are planning to make all you guys AdWords ninjas, okay. But that takes time, okay? And it doesn't make sense to do it now because you don't have a client yet. And also I have another launch coming up, so I cannot do all at the same time. So Fritz and I are working on, you know, getting proof and everything and keywords, websites together.
and then you will probably we will offer that as a package that you cannot fill. Is that you guys are something interested in, that that you get a you get an X amount of clients, you get the website, you get the campaign, and you get trained how to run the business? So I see a lot of yeses coming in. So that's what we talk to. So what we will do probably in September or so. Don't hold me on a time frame because time goes so fast. We're going to prepare a complete package and complete package training. How that is going to see something what you cannot fill. So if you take action, you cannot fail. What we do is nothing special. We only do the right things.
Yeah, and Jack's exactly right. And I think now that I've got everything streamlined almost as much as I can, because you see the sites you're looking at and the other site, particularly the other site, the phone call getting site, the only thing you would have to change on the call getting site is the phone number for the client. So all you have to do, and unfortunately, cloning a website is not as easy as the cloning software people make it, but still, if you can just back up one of these sites, upload it to your new domain in another city, all you have to do is go into the back end here, type a new phone number here for your new client, and you're ready to go. You got a whole nother, that's all you have to do. And plus, this theme gives a great mobile version automatically. You don't have to do anything to it. On the mobile version, by the way, about a third of all these calls call from the mobile version of this site, so you have to have it. But this theme will take that. If you look at the mobile version of these sites, you'll see this click to call button right here on the smartphone right at the top. So all you have to do, the person just taps the click to call and it goes straight to your client. So those are the factors that I've had to refine over a while now, so that
Ross is saying yes, I already tried it and it works well. So
yeah,
you got to confirm it.
Because you don't make a lot of money per client with these, but I think you can make net after everything $300 or $400 a month, and that's not too bad if you had 10 of them. So that's my plan, to make this really simple. You just clone it, get another city, another client, copy it, the same campaign, the keywords are the same, everything's the same except the phone number. And that's the way I set all these up. I set all 8 of these up over the weekend by myself. I worked hard, but I did it all by myself, all 8 of them. And now they're producing calls.
So you probably use a clone program, correct, Fritz? And that's how you do it?
I do, and it doesn't work.
Okay, I use it, so I will show you what works.
Give me one that works, because right now I have my VAs just...
I set up a site within 5 minutes.
Okay.
Once I have a site, the next site is set up within 5 minutes.
That's fantastic, because that's something I don't have, and you can give it to me and show it to your clients, because you can just, as fast as you can get a client in another city, that's as fast as you can start making money, and that's it. So yeah, I think Jack and I can put the whole thing together, and then once you see it working a few times, you may just want to do it yourself then. But it's really fun to get your first one going, and you see all those calls coming in every day. It's really a good feeling.
Fritz,
right,
Fritz, I got a what do Fritz consider a good call? I think Fritz, a good call is when when there is something like I want to use your service, I want to set an appointment, something like, can I follow up, or can you send me quote, something like that, that's a good call. Not so good call is, I called and okay, was not able to convert, or I was thinking you were a free service, or those shit of calls, that is not related to your business. Okay, then there's also calls like that the business owner doesn't pick up the phone because he's busy, and in certain niches like towing, for example, they have only an X amount of trucks, and when they have those trucks in operation, they don't have time to pick up the phone anymore. Are there bad calls? No, that is something what you want to discuss with the owner, that if you get too many calls, are you still going to pay them? Or I'm working with inside Lead Tracker Jack, the software, that you can send those calls to multiple business. So if, for example, if you have a towing and he cannot handle all the calls, that you split the calls with another business. So that is something that you might want to do eventually when you get too many calls.
That's becoming more and more important as I go along. Even in smaller cities, you may need 2 clients because some of these people are just kind of lazy, and they don't want 50 calls. They may only want 20. Yeah. So like in Austin, I'll need at least 2 people, and probably, I don't know, in New York City towing, I'll probably need at least 3 because because the market is so big, and once you get to the number 2 position, you're there. I mean, can you imagine? You know how competitive New York City is. Well, I got to the number 2 position in 1 day. That's pretty quick. Not because I'm a genius, because of the niche. It's towing, and the competition for pay-per-click is null in these niches. So even if you know practically nothing, you know more than every single person that does pay-per-click for these niches. Just by being on this webinar, you know more than anybody else that's doing pay-per-click.
So
that's the truth.
I still got a lot of questions in it. So
okay.
Use pay-per-click to send the people to the city subdomains. I think you overcomplicated, Dale. In Lead Tracker Jack, you have one round robin number, and you can have that number rotated to multiple business. I'm working on other features like have the call connected to all the business at the same time. So then you have a higher chance that a business pick up the phone. Or yes. I'm working on another feature that say company A pays $30 for the call and company B $25. So I give company A priority to pick up the phone. But if they don't pick up the phone within 15 seconds, then I forward to company B. So there's a lot of things coming for maximum success that call get answered, because
these are great features, Jack. Really good stuff. Yeah.
A call will get answered, and then another feature that I'm working on is, let's say you agree on a fixed amount of calls per month. You say you ask $1,000 per month, and you say I'm going to send you 40 calls for that. Okay, but what you can do is, if you are able to generate more than 40 calls, you sign up a second company, okay? And once you generate more than X amount of calls each day, then you cap that company off, and then you send the following calls to the second company. So there's all kind of things what you can do with the round robin feature very soon. So we are beta testing those, and probably the next week they are ready for presenting. So that is, Fritz, how much is your AdWords spent? I think, Fritz, how much costs a call? I think between the $5 and the $10, Fritz, not?
No, no,
No?
it's between $1 and $3.
Yeah, that's the click, but not every click will result in a call, I think. So I think you have to
Right.
think about $5 for the call. So you need about 2 to 3 clicks for one call.
No, you don't.
No?
That's not true. No, because I thought that too, but it's in these niches now. And believe me, I have to always say that. In these niches, it's close to one click for one call. When you can get the phone number in on the ad, your clicks go way down. Now, when you first start a campaign, Google does not put your phone number in the header anymore. Like all these campaigns that I have right now, if you look at the ads, there's no phone number in the header. So my clicks are a little higher than they normally are. And I'm trying to figure out a secret way to get Google to put that phone number in the header. You have to put it by an ad extension.
So you have
a phone number extension.
You have to use a phone extension, and if you want to show it in the ad, you need to use in Google, how do you call it in Google, not in Google Plus, in Google call tracking number, because Google wants to get paid. If you put your own phone number in it and people call that without clicking on the ad, Google don't earn money. So what they did is, you can still have a phone number in the ad, but it needs to be a Google phone number, and that is get connected to your business phone number or your round robin phone number.
Right.
So that is going on, and it's still the same, but Google gets probably $1 when they click on the ad for that to show that phone number. So
it's worth it. The phone number in the ad is it'll cut your costs down by probably 25%. No question, at least. Your click costs will go down 25%.
So I don't want to go in the direction of that is an Google AdWords training now. What we want to show you is that you need two kind of website: the lead gen website to get clients and the fulfillment website. And we are working on that to get the clients. Fritz is working hard on the back end to get those leads, which you can order via call CRD, and I will show you where they eventually will be once Fritz promised me 5 leads per day. Okay, are we recording this, Fritz? So everybody's hearing that now.
I don't know. I got to get better. I got to get better emails.
So on the number hot clients. Eventually, is there one in for towing, Fritz, or is that an example?
That's an example.
Okay,
I do have a locksmith one now. I got to put in though. He's in Atlanta, so.
So hot clients, those will be listed here.
Yeah.
So Fritz will enter them in the back end, and you guys can buy those, and then. We went over in the actually we went today over locksmith, and last week I think we did towing. So you get examples how to convert that hot client in a real client. So with that said, I have some new other topics to cover, and I don't want to take all the time for getting new clients. And I think every week, Fritz, we will cover new niche so people get it.
Yep. So, always trying to get better, and I'm going to boogie out. We're gonna go up to Cincinnati tomorrow for a few days, so I gotta start packing. Okay.
Okay.
So, good night, everybody.
Before you go on vacation, Fritz, put those hot clients in, okay?
I will. If I get some, I mean, I'm waiting.
Okay.
And of course, I always take my computer with me.
Okay. I got a lot of thanks, Fritz, for your input.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, it really does work. I mean, and I think once Jack and I just give you one campaign and you see it working and the calls coming in, I think you'll get it then. And so there's plenty of cities out there. I mean, there's no end to cities that this will work in. So
Okay.
or niches, even if we just do the 12. Okay. So thanks a lot and good night, everyone.
Lynn, James, Ross, Max too, all wish you thank you and have a good trip. So
okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye. So if the two things I want to cover tonight is also all numbers, and then having the new feature that you whisper. So in the whisper, we used to only be able to upload text, but now you can also add an MP3 file, like the greeting. You can also upload a whisper MP3 file. So that is new. So if you have, you don't want to be boring every time for the person who receives the call. You want something unique, like a typical sound. They recognize you with that sound. So that is new. Then last time, I think I showed you already, but the thing once you generate the call, you want the high success that the call get answered. By doing that, now you can add more destination numbers to it. So let's say from the business and from the business owner, okay? Those two phones ring at the same time, and the person who picked up the phone get that phone call for that business, and you are probably getting paid because they answer the phone. So that is also new. So those are the two things you need to be aware of, that those features are available. Any question about those two new features? I don't see questions coming in, so probably that was pretty simple. Then I don't have the tool. Where do I get the numbers from? So first you sign up, Max, and I think you got the support ticket now, and then you get access to the software. And once you have access to the software, the first thing you want to do is add a new campaign. So that is, your company name, campaign name, your company name. So it can be a campaign or a real client. And once you have entered that campaign name, you go numbers, new tracking number, and then you order that tracking number within the software. It's very easy. The default country is the same as the company is coming from. Then you make sure that the right campaign is selected. You select search numbers, and those are all the choice. And you can also, for some countries, for the United States, you can also order it toll free, and you can also change the search number. So it's very easy. It's click, 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 done. Okay, and once you have the tracking number, let's say you order this tracking number, you put it on your marketing tier like on the website. Okay, so for United States, the local numbers, I believe is 3 numbers. So Max, once you sign up, you see all that information. So that is related to call CD. But there's one thing I'm very pleased to show you, if you guys are interested, is a tool that will help you with prospecting to get new clients a lot. And who's interested to see my tool? And some of you guys have already seen it because they were part of my beta testing group. And like Stu is, he's actually a very good beta test. He puts a lot of feedback to us. And so this I'm going to show you now quickly, because I don't want that you are surprised next week when this is going to get released. So it's called Lead Finder Jack, and what it does actually is do you guys see my screen now? Okay, so the difference with a lot of tool is the way the software finds the hot leads. And I started in 2009 and I had a hard time to find new clients, okay? And it took me a while to understand that it's much easier to get a new client who is not new, who already have a marketing budget, who are already spending money online. They know they have the service in place. They can use more clients, okay? So what I developed and I found out is that to target those businesses has a much higher success rate to offer your service, whatever it is, you know, because they understand that is important. So with Lead Finder Jack, I'm going to after businesses who spending money online, and you set up a campaign, you create it or you modify it, you enter the keyword, you enter the city and the country, you press save, then you go to search and you search for that campaign all the businesses who are spending money online, and you're going to after them to offer that service. And the best way to go after a new service or new business is finding out where they are lacking on, okay? Because they have a marketing budget, they are spending money, but they don't do something right. So after finding all those businesses, we find the email addresses, we go back to campaigns, and now you see here the result. You see the email addresses, and you also can see a lot of things. Are they, for example, have a Facebook account, okay? And a lot of them have, but not all of them have. You know, let's say no. See how many people, how many businesses stay. So those businesses don't have a Facebook account if you are in a social marketing, okay? So if you are more in mobile, you can say, I want to target business for locksmiths who don't have a mobile website, okay? So then I select no, and all the businesses who don't have a mobile website are now selected, which you can show later on, send a targeted email to it. Or you can say, I want to target who don't have any reviews, you know, and because you know absent. So you know that having reviews is very, very important for new clients, because 70% based on using the service based on reviews. So if you are in reputation marketing, you really want to focus on reviews. And the beauty of this system is it only targets business who are spending tons and tons of money online. So if they are lacking on reviews or lacking on social marketing or lacking on don't have a mobile website, to convert them to a client is so much easier than if you target a new business just opening, and every $100 is for them very valuable, because they are losing money in the startup phase. They might have a Google Places account, but they don't spend money on Google AdWords. Does everybody see that the approach is different than other lead finder softwares? So within the software you can find out for each niche who are spending money online, okay? Then you can set up targeted emails with, let's say I'm going to with tokens about your service. You can use tokens. You can import an image. You see what I do here. And then once you have set up that email, you go back to campaigns. You go to modify, and you can say I want email number 1. Number 1. I want to get that sent, okay, to that campaign, and I press save. And if I would press start that campaign, that email will get sent. And you can also schedule multiple emails, okay? So you can, within the software you have an autoresponder. Let's say you want to say I want email number 2, okay, and I want to send out in 5 days, and you press save. Now first email number 1 gets sent, and in 5 days email number 2 gets sent. So because you probably know that for business with taking action, they need probably a couple of emails, okay? So this software is used by more than 75 beta testers. It's used by Fritz to get all those email addresses, okay? So that is how popular the software is, and it's now I started development since 2009, since December last year, and I worked for 9 months full time with a program on it, okay? So the email address is mainly getting from the website. So this software program is able much better than any other software I know to find that email address on a website. And it average is more than 50%. I think 60-70% to find that email address. So this is in a nutshell what I wanted to show you about Lead Finder Jack. How do you determine if they are spending money? They are advertising on Google AdWords, okay? Those are the business you want to target. Next week Tuesday is going on the market. It will be a big launch, okay? How much is tool? I cannot tell it at the moment, but it's very affordable. You don't need a proxy. So what it will is when you go to settings, you can set the fixed time and the random time, and it's hardly that you get any block, but if you get, you can increase the time, and you will not have that many that Google detection, because it has also a random element in it. If you scrape the whole day, maybe you want to increase the numbers, but I use typically 10%. Thanks, Carrie, for the... I got about 5, I think 6 video testimonials now. I got about 20 written testimonials now, so this will be, yeah, this is well tested. Are you able to select the city for Lead Finder Jack? Yes. So when you go to modify, you can enter any city and any country. So what we did actually, and this is, we created a specific Facebook group for Lead Finder Jack, and we call it Lead Finder Jack Beta. And I got all that feedback from the user, and every week you will see, it's now, I don't know if you can see it, but it's version 31, and you can imagine that almost almost every week, 2 times a week, we brought a new version based on beta testers' feedback. And now you can see one of the questions was, can I use it in other countries than United States? And we entered all the countries which Google has Google search for. So if now it's United States and Canada, but let's say I want Germany, for example. Is somebody from here but is not from Canada, Cuba, United Kingdom on this webinar? Somebody who is not from Canada, Cuba, United Kingdom, or United States on this webinar? Australia. Okay, how could I forget that? So Australia. So now I select Australia, and I also want Australia as a default country. So now I press OK. I go to campaigns. I create a new campaign, and you see Australia is a default country, but I can also select other countries which were in the drop-down box. So now you can use this, you set this tool at your like. Okay? It's very easy. Send emails from this program. Yes, you send this email from within this program. This program, Lead Finder Jack, has a couple of elements. The heart, of course, is the search. Okay, it finds all that information. That is the heart. The second part is, once you got all that information, you have to filter out things what you want to offer them. Do they miss on mobile website? Do they miss on reviews? Do they miss on SEO? Where do they miss that? Where do they miss on it? Then you create those emails what is related to that service. And once you have created that emails, you attach those templates to that campaign, and then you send an email out. So and then it also has, you see that you go from the campaign overview to the company detail, and once you make a call, wanted more information, and then you can also update that information from here. So now it becomes also a contact management tool. So it is finding hot leads, managing hot leads, sending specific emails based on what they are lacking of, and then you start an autoresponder within the software. So with this software, it is much easier to find a client. Yes, thanks Bob for your feedback. Wow, yes. This software doesn't. I have not seen a similar software who is so effective and also have everything included. Any chance this will be the web hosted somewhere? We can't have more than one person use it and add info the other person won't update. Not sure what you mean. We can't have more than one person use it. I don't know what you mean with that. Roll set looks very good. So if you are in need of new clients, I don't know any better tool than this, or virtual assistant. So this will come with a light version and the pro version, and the pro version has 2 licenses. So can install on 2 different PCs. If you have if you have a PC or a Mac, or you have a PC and you have a VA. So that's all possible. And of course you can buy more licenses if you need, but the Pro comes with 2. But if it's on 2 different PCs, info added by one person cannot be seen. That's correct, Nick. That's correct. Yes. So the reason why it not becomes web-based, because it takes quite a bit of computer, not quite a bit, but it becomes computer power, and I don't think how we offer this now. We cannot have servers running for that. So I have struggled to get email addresses for, yes, and this will probably solve it. So with that said, I don't want to convert it to a sales webinar, but I wanted to let you know this is coming out next week, Tuesday. So if you need more clients, you need to get this tool. That's what I'm convinced to. When doing round robin to look for clients, what do you use for an address location for the website? If you watch Fritz websites, there was no address on it. Okay, there was only a local number on it. You need a local address if you provide the service at your location. Okay, then you need an address. But if for locksmith, for towing, those kind of stuff, people expect that you come to your place. Does this take the place of lead outcome? Yes, and it does take place for many scrapers out there. This lead finder software will replace many others. When you watch the reviews from the video reviews, those beta testers have used them all, and they all say, there is no better lead generator tool out there at the moment. And this is just version 1, and we will always increase this. This is not a typical WSO product. It is just to help you guys to find clients fast for an affordable price. So I know Stu is on the line. He's one of the beta testers. Kerry, I believe, is on the line. How do you compare this to Lead Kahuna? Actually, I liked Lead Kahuna a lot when it came out, and I have it too. The reason why Lead Finder Jack works so much better is that it goes after business who are already spending money online. But when I use other tools, I send out a lot of emails and I hardly get responses because they don't have a budget. So that's the difference. And there are, of course, many features differences, but that is the main difference I see with most tools. That is an all-in complete prospecting tool. You don't need to export emails, import emails, all kind of things. Send only one email, not an autoresponder email. It's token based. Its filtering is very easy. There is an old saying, advertisers advertise. Correct. And it's like you want to fish in the ocean where the fishes are, and not only fish at any place. It's your time is much more effective. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. Any other question about Lead Finder, Jack? The software will be released next week and is very affordable. That's all. I cannot really tell apart, but it's not something what is. It isn't. It's. In my opinion, it should be 4 times as higher. When we would sell this via webinars, it would be much more pricey. Fish in white fishing hole, yes. So with that said, will the email come from you? Yes. So in the emails, you set up your own profile. Is Lead Finder going to be packaged with Lead Finder? I think your question is Lead Finder Jack going to package with Lead Tracker Jack? Eventually, but not now. The price from Lead Finder Jack is so affordable, there's no reason to package at the moment. Now, will you send us an email when released? Yes, I will send out an email Tuesday at 11 o'clock, August 13th. So then probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch it with Brian Anderson and Mario Brown. They are my JVs in this. So this will be a very big launch, okay? And we planning to do a webinar before the official buying time. So we will demo the software and we will demo the software. So we show all the features and success, and there's much more that we will offer together, and we show that during the webinar, and then you can sign up for it. Can we be the affiliate too? In principle, yes. So if you have a members list, you can send an email to support ticket and tell me why you think you are a good affiliate. Then you can be an affiliate if you have a JVZoo account for promoting. Please talk about this from Lead Kahuna. I don't want to speak down Lead Kahuna. I really think it was a great tool for a while. So that's what I think. I do think Lead Finder Jack is the next generation. So that's what I think. Thank Jack, I lost sound, okay. What impact will Google Mail change have on program? They when you receive an email, they go in certain categories now, so you want to make sure that you see all your emails. So this is something that you have to get used to. I sent a testimony a few days ago. Did you get it? I probably did get it, Nick. Let me put your name down and make sure I get it, because I reward everybody who sent me testimonials. Private promo social. I don't know what Bob, I lost your question. What impact will Google change have on program? Private promo social. Google change all the time, okay? And they change Google Play, they change Google Plus, they change this. So what we have done in the software under settings, if there's an update available, then it automatically download the update, and it's very easy to install the update. So we realized that because Google changes all the time, we have to keep the software updated. And you will get those updates. Those updates will be included for free. Okay. So Google Voice only allows for one Tragus number. Were you talking about something? You don't need Google Voice for Tragus number. Okay. So in Google AdWords, you can say, I want to use a Google AdWords phone Tragus number, but you want to forward to a lead tracker jack tracking number, so you get paid for each call. You don't want to put a business number, you want to put a lead tracker jack tracking phone number in it, where you forward that call. Okay, any other question about lead finder jack? I think we are now on the line more than about 1 hour and a half, so don't want to keep you too long on this. So with that said, I really enjoyed that you were on this call, and I'm putting 2 links in the chat box, please. One is the support. So if your question didn't get answered, you can always send me a support ticket. One support lead tracker jack.com, or the most I appreciate it if you go to the Facebook group and put your question or your comments in it. I really appreciate every feedback you give. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and looking forward for next week's training on Tuesday.